What's up, comic book junkies? Merry Christmas! Night Tiger here, and end of the is this probably the end of the year haul? I have a few more books I was hoping would come maybe today, but I don't know if UPS is going to deliver. So I'm going to show you some Christmas comics and got a haul. So I hope you're having a wonderful holiday. Night Tiger or Merry Christmas from Night Tiger Comics. I am having an awesome holiday. Yesterday, I got my gift of the season. All my grandkids that live in the area were here in one area, open gifts. We had breakfast together. It was great. I just love it. And we hung out till 4 o'clock. Well, we played. I played with the grandkids. Then the guys, and some of the grandkids played Halo. We had a great time doing that. Especially hanging out with my son-in-law. Shout out to him, Ryan. I don't get to hang out with him much. He's got 4 kids, his own business. He doesn't have a lot of time, so that was a treat. So, haul. Let's get into a haul, and that way, if you want to stick around for the Christmas comics, we will definitely welcome you to do so. Okay, what do we got here? So, I just had this laying around, so I thought I'd throw it in and show it again. Of course, first appearance of Dolphin. I need to add the rest of this stuff. I've got this in a Mylar, so I've never put the info on the back except for the first appearance. So some highlights from AOK's. This is from Jesse Lynch's AOK. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. I pressed this book out. It looks beautiful. And I put a little piece of blue painter's tape on some paper and cut it into a square to put it in that little piece I was missing. It looks a little better. A beautiful Macro Boy cover. I read this. Oh, this book is so good. I read it. It was so good. I love reading these Golden Age books in here. I got one in this haul that I cannot wait to read. I actually want to clean it, read it. We'll get to that. So another highlight AOK from Black Box, Silver and Bronze, Dizzy Dawn. Very cool. Very tough book to get. I've actually been at a few auctions trying to get this over the years. I hope that I'm doing this pretty good on camera because when it faces away from you, you can't see what you're recording. But anyways, Dizzy Dawn. I haven't read that yet. And then I pressed this one for 2 days. I was going to soak it, but the cover I realized is split and taped together, so it's just too risky. But anyways, it presents very nice. Thank you, Joe. Undercover Girl. Another one I've been trying to get after for a few years and been in quite a few auctions on this one. This could be a pricey book, even low grade. Just because the print run is so low and the cover is so great, the demand drives up the price. Undercover Girl. This one's got to go onto the Good Girl crime shelf. I will be doing, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 different series of Good Girl crime books near the future for next year, so that's one to look out for. We'll be doing some live shows. I got several live shows lined up. One we're going to do Silver Age and Golden Age westerns, not Good Girl, but just any westerns. And then Jamie or Jambo Comics and I are going to be doing a Good Girl western live show. So a lot of live shows being scheduled. Just got this one. I read it. It's a really good story. Pretty nice, presentable. One that I've been after, and there's a few great ones in this House of Secrets with Good Girl covers. So there's ones that are just. I got the Cersei one, so it was between this one and the Cersei one. And the first time I was going to purchase this, and the Cersei one is definitely much better. But this one's pretty nice. Finally got it. My comic shop. It was $20, I think, or a little less, like 17, and then with the tax, shipping, Come up to $26. And she look beauty in Mylar. Yes, she does. Yeah, if you haven't watched Captain Strangelife's latest video, go check that out. I was actually having quite a great time with family in the holidays. And, you know, being a truck driver, I didn't want to take the time to put out content because it was taken away from the family. But I have to tell you, I watched Captain Strangelife's, and I'm like, you know what? I got to do an end of the year show. This YouTube stuff, I mean, I applaud these people with the big channels. They have to put out constant content all the time. It's really hard to do. You don't realize it takes time to edit and stuff like that. But the reward is good. I mean, I enjoy the interaction with all of you great people, all the cool kids in the sandbox. So I got these off my comic shop. I just love that. So these are like the third and fourth at the end of the run. This one, they're low grade, but they were $11 with shipping. Not bad. And I love they changed the trade dress, the title a little bit, and I think it looks much cooler. And I've always tried to get these last issues. And in the higher grades, they can be quite more than I want to pay, simply because I guess the print one was lower. That's just a boxing cover, really nothing. But I got it for this one, and I kind of threw this one in. So that's number June 73, 1955. And what I'll do is I'll save that in there if I remember. It helps me, and it helps those that, who knows whatever happens if that book, I don't, you know, you gotta think in the future. So it will help people to know what to sell the book for or what I got it for. So this is 72, Crime and Punishment, but I just like the cover. So for me, it's like, I'm thinking that the kid is the one getting sentenced here, and it says, whatever, you're getting the electric chair. And I assumed that this was the dad, like all shocked, but in the story, it's actually the guy in the back who's getting the electric chair. The kids were part of his gang or something like that. But just cool. Electric chair, non-electric chair cover. And that was also $11 for my. Oh no, these were. Wait a minute. I put eBay on the back. They're my comic shop. And yeah, so it's $11. I don't know. I want to read it. I think it's. Oh, I read this one and it was good. Yeah, it was a good one. It's a cool cover. I don't know. Would you pay 11 for that? You know, I'm thinking so I like to buy stuff off my comic shop that if I was in an LCS, would I pay the same amount? Sometimes you can pay a little bit too much, especially on eBay, when you think a book is a great price, but then you got the tax and you got the shipping, and then it's like I paid retail or over. Okay, what's coming up? So, thanks to Joe, Tennessee Joe, Black Box, Silver, and Bronze. He sent me the listing for this. Cody of the Pony Express. I already had one, and I didn't put what I paid for this on the back. It wasn't much. I think it was $30. I thought it was nicer than the one I had, but I don't think it is. I don't have the year on these, but I have to imagine it's 49. 48, 49. But this one is trimmed. So if you can see, I don't know, is it this one or this one? Okay, so this was the one that I got, thinking it might be an upgrade. But this is actually the one that I had. You can see it's much wider. I don't know if you can tell. Much wider. I even have two different size backing boards and bags. So it's definitely a trim on that one. Manufactured, I don't know. It doesn't look like it's trimmed. Not Chim Chim Cheree, but anyways, Cody of the Pony Express. And that be in the Good Girl Western live stream coming up probably in February or March. But yeah, whatever. Man, I'm hoping you guys can see that pretty well. All right, so this book was on auction. I won it for 99 cents. It's a store giveaway. They took remainders. Can imagine that they bought remainders from whoever, probably a newsstand dealer. And then they slapped their own covers on them. So this cover is like about 1/4 of an inch bigger than the book. It's a Harvey. I didn't put the dates on this, but I think it's 1955 or something like that. Lots of fun comics. Let's take a look at it. Don't you hate when you go to take the tape from the back and it rips, but actually it's safer. So this thing is definitely beat up, low grade. I've never seen it before. It is listed on the Grand Database. It's got a blank cover. What does it say? Raise the lid on your favorite comics. The show is inside. A whole hour of laughter for a nickel. And oh, Jimmy, did you see Sally? And then you get a little camera ad, Spartus. Let's see how much bigger this is. So there's Blondie, so it's Harvey. There's no indication or indicia. But I know it's from the 50s. I know it's from at least the mid to early. All right. Moving on. So, you know, I have to actually miss 2 books that I haven't shown yet. Luckily, I know where they're at. I hope I know where they're at. Do I? Well, there's one. I'm horrible at this stuff, guys. Where is the other one? Now I gotta edit. I'm probably gonna cut that out. Okay, so I picked up 3 issues from a dealer. I did a live stream where I showed these. I can't find the other one. So I got this, which was a double. This is the one I want. Wait, this isn't it. Am I out of my mind? Here it is. I do have all of them. Okay, so I got this one, which is the one I wanted. Actually, I messaged the seller because he had $18 shipping and asked him, is that a mistake? You never know. Sometimes a lot of times sellers make mistakes in their listing. So he said, no, I'm from Canada. And I'm like, okay. I said, well, I have a book I'm interested in. And I said, what's your best? And he had like $20. He said, how about 10? And these are missing the pinups. I do have the Canadian edition that has the pinups in them. And they are great. And I've seen them selling on eBay separately. So I did get that one. It's like a kidnapping good girl cover. Really nice shape. Really nice. I don't know why my voice goes up by that, but I'm getting excited. Really nice shape. Missing pinups, of course. These books are really tough to get, even with the pinups. Even without, they're tough to get. So I got that for 10. And I said, well, what about the others? So he took 10 for all of them. These are Fighting Marines from 1952. This is number 3. This is number 4. And I really like this guy. I read this issue. This is number 6. So I have read this. Really done well. Fun. Very slapstickish. like dopish partner, buddy, Marine buddy kind of stuff. You got the Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis basically is what it is, and they do it really well. This is a great series. And there's like 3 or 4 stories in there with each of them. So yeah, I'd check that out if you could. Fighting Leathernecks. Did I say Marines? Here come the Marines fighting Leathernecks. You know, just to keep this video short, I think I'm going to do 2 videos. I'm going to do the Christmas ones on a separate video. Now, again, my comic shop, I don't know, end of the year, there's tremendous deals. I got some killer books coming. I was hoping they'd be here today. I mean, big books, 3 of them. I couldn't pass. Could not. There was one that when I used the credit card, there was one that I should have got. It may still be there. It's the really hard one on what is it? Black Cobra from Ajax, and it's the issue that's the hardest to get. I think it's an underwater cover, maybe with sharks or something. Let me take a cup of coffee, or I said my coffee. So what are you guys doing tonight? I'm headed over to my sister's here in a couple hours. We have dinner. We're going to play dominoes. My niece is coming over with the boys. They wanted to see their grandma, which is my sister, because she's going out of town. They're going to Tampa on Christmas Day to see my brother-in-law's new grandbaby. I think he's a year old. And we've been watching a lot of Christmas movies. I think we watched 3 last night. We knocked 3 out of them. And then I like to watch the old ones, like in 50s and 40s and older. So my daughter invited us to dinner tomorrow night for Christmas. I don't think we're going to go because my ex-wife's going to be there, and it's not a good setting. So we'll probably just hang out. We invited our 82-year-old neighbor over, Lenny. If you haven't seen him, I put him up on Instagram every now and then. So we were coming home. I took Lenny shopping the other day, and he's like, I said, if you're not doing anything Christmas, you're welcome to come over. Just call me. I'll come and get you. So he's like, is there going to be ice cream there? And I'm like, well, do you want there to be? Because, yeah, that can be ice cream. And he goes, and soda? So we're going to get him some ice cream and soda. So enough of that. On with the comic shop purchases. So, yeah, this is... I forget, what is this, 4-issue series in Charlton? These are tough to get. And this issue, I rarely see it for sale anywhere. So it's number 9, March 56. What is it called? Scotland Yard. Inspector Farnsworth, all new Scotland Yard. Atomic scientists. So very cool. Very atomic age comic. It's a pretty decent copy, because these Charltons, man, they could be beat up. So this is a 6 or 8 issue series, and Charlton numbered books, and they would change the series and keep the numbering. Very cool. Exciting Adventures of Rookie Cop. I do have 2 or 3 issues already. I didn't have this one, number 13, August 57. What did I pay for that? $13. I'm looking, because there is another cover by either Fox Features or Avon Crime that has that image, and I think they used that from another book. I can't find it. I was trying to locate it. What did I pay for this one? $14. So what I do is, whatever the purchase price is, I divide up the shipping, and then I add it to each price to give the actual price of the book. This one is number 10, and this is the coolest one, May 57, number 32. And then this book was the book, dudes. I'm going to show these I'm going to cut in because, well, wow, I have these other. Okay, never mind. Never mind, never mind. Dang, there's another book that I bought that I didn't list here. Shoot. Okay, I'm going to have to pause this. Are you kidding me, Mike? Oh, sorry. I hate that. Don't you hate that? You know you got a book and you're doing a haul, but it's been a while since you done one and you put it somewhere and now I can't find it. But it was a golden age patriotic book. Well, moving on. So this was the third or fourth book I got out of this lot here. And I mean, I didn't. So this was $20. Missing Centerfold. There are so many great stories in here with art. Let's look at it. Reed Crandall on the Doll Man. $20. Skull Nazis on the cover. He's riding a bullet. I mean, come on. So with the shipping, tax, and everything, it came out to $21.50, dude. Dudes and dudettes, you gotta look at this book. Look at this back cover. I gotta clean it up. It has a bunch of pencil on it, which looks easy to remove. This pencil down here might be a little harder. Looks like it's much darker. But yeah, that cover is gonna look good once I clean it. But let's look at this thing. It was pretty nice inside for the age. It's from 1941. Look at this doll, man. Look at the art. That art is so good. It only had 2, 3, 4 pages with one with a major dog ear and then a couple with like just minor dog ears. Look at the art on there. That is really, really good art. And what's so shocking to me is this book is like thick, huge, and it's still attached. All the cover's still attached. It's not even loose, and it looks like it would be. So here's let's look at some more of this art. Just really, really good. So I think this is like Dollman's 20th appearance or cover appearance or something like that. So he's been in 20 issues at this point. So it's 1941. And then we have great splash pages in here. It's a lot of newspaper reprints, and then you have your original stories. Which you figure now, it's been 2 years since Superman debuted. And there wasn't a whole lot of original stories and comics at that point. Look at this one. Skull coming out of there. So for this to be packed with original stories, it's pretty cool. That was a great splash page. You got like this Spectre dude. I don't know if you can see him in the green hood. And then I love these splash pages, especially swing session or something. Ace of the band. So look, he's got a 45. He's ahead of the bandstand, so he's a band leader. So that'd be like a member of Motley Crue or something, being like with a gun going out, detecting. Swing session of the bandstand. You got a good girl. Look at that down there. Where's that at? A lot of good girl right there. Well worth $20. Well worth it. I mean, once I bought it, I went and looked at the stories. I'm like, I knew it was worth it. I love just reading this old stuff and the smell. I mean, look at these pages, man. Look at that. Fargo Kid. Look at the pages. It's pretty good in here. Really excited with now. Let's compare this purchase for 20 missing centerfold from 1941 versus this next book, which I definitely overpaid for. Now, the next book is missing 3 wraps, which when I bought it, I knew that, but I was okay with it because I thought they were the inner wraps, and it turns out they're the outer wraps, which, you know, if you're a seller on eBay, that's something you should describe, that it's the outer wraps, not the inners, the innards. Because the outers were the first appearance of this Junior Rangers. And that's why I wanted the book. It's Headline Comics #1. I'm trying to collect 1 through 29. And I passed on a 1 before, missing centerfold for 100. And I ended up overpaying for this. I paid $46, missing 3 wraps and a reproduction cover. Now, must have been a really bad day for me because I don't know how I missed the reproduction cover part of it. It was listed, and I definitely should have noticed. So it's just one of those rare bad purchases. But no regrets. I mean, most of the guts are there. It's a good placeholder at least until I get my 1. But that's from 1943. So comparatively, and this is a first appearance, #1. So maybe that's why, I don't know. This is a great purchase. This was, I'm not going to regret it, but I'm not happy with it. Okay, so moving on. So, I've been wanting Batman 100. I'm still looking for a decent copy for $100. That's not easy to find. I haven't found one. But 200, I didn't want to pay the prices for that, but I found this one on my comic shop for $5. And let me show you this book. I paid $5. I don't have a lot in it. I'm going to detach the cover. I'm going to soak it and reattach it in the future. I'm going to show you why I'm going to do that. Normally, I wouldn't, but this has issues that need to be addressed. So, it's completely water stain drawn. I don't know how they said it. It looked like it sat in water or something, but it didn't do a whole lot of damage to the book. It is rippled quite a bit. There's no staining per se. I mean, this book looks very nice. It's complete. It's tight. It's very solid. This book here, compared to a Silver Age Marvel, is very well constructed. It's very strong. You can feel it. You can hear it. It's quality paper. It's also a key issue. It's the debut of Neal Adams on the title. But this has some mold. So I don't know if you can see, there's a little black spot right there. There's also a spot here. And there's, I don't know if you can see them. There's 2 little spots on the outer border there. They're very, very minor. And there's also on this page, on the same spot. Obviously, there's a transfer of mold. Now, other than that, that's it. I haven't been able to find any other spots or anything like that. So I'm going to actually detach the cover. So I would talk to my friend, Jerry. He said to take it outside, brush it off, which I'm going to do. Let it sit in the sun. But then I'm going to take the covers off, and I'm going to soak the cover, the first and the second wrap. If I can detect any more other spots, I will soak those wraps also. So I'll soak them in probably a half a cap of bleach to like 4 gallons of water. And then I'll probably let it sit for about an hour. But that is a really good. I think for $5, the risk is there for the reward. This book could, even as nice as it looks, with a clean and a press, this thing can look really, I don't know. I hate to say a grade because I don't know. There's some browning on the back cover, along the spine. I don't know if that's going to come off. If that comes off, we could be talking like an 8.5 looking book. So, also go to Amazon. I went to Amazon. I just said, I don't whim. I'm like, let me check. The My Lights there are $16 free shipping. So I would suggest you get on that. I didn't have a lot of money, but I'm like, I couldn't pass up at least getting one bag. So I got some standards. Okay, so I got these in a lot. No big deal. These are more like they're magazine with comic stories in them. You've seen them. You've probably seen them if you've seen Golden Age listings. So these are cool. They ended up being like $6.50 a piece. Those are what I got the lot for this book here because this one is really high grade. This is a Christmas issue. I did read it. It's got some great ads in it. December 1948, it's number 35. I don't know if you can see them staples. When I looked at those staples in the picture, I'm like, and it's a white cover, I'm like, this book is really high grade. It had some good stories in there, and they were good. The comic one, she likes pets, and then everybody in her family and all her friends each bought her a different pet. So Christmas morning was pretty funny. But look at this Schwinn ad. And then this book it's got one of the Christmas issues down here. There's another great ad in here. I forget what it was for. She has a thing, a cartoon panel where she makes holiday treats. So this was a magazine geared towards like, I don't know, 8 to 13-year-old kids, something like that. Maybe I can find that ad. Santa's prize package. I just love this stuff from the war era. Yeah, I can't find that other ad there. Oh, here it is. Crayons, Crayola crayons with the elves. And there's Santa down there. So Polly Pigtails, comics and stories for girls. I like how it leads off with the comics. Not just stories and comics for girls, but comics and stories for girls. I don't care if you think I'm weird, but it's a war era document, and I love it. It's got Christmas in it, comics. It's got everything I need. The only thing is, it's a little taller than the comic books. And when I mean a little taller, you have to drag the backing board up a little bit to protect it. So as you can see. And I think it's a good piece for the comic book. For the Christmas Golden Age every year. I may just gift these out for free. Okay, so we're wrapping this up. So another book I couldn't find. It was a Famous Funnies, and it was, I have a double on it. It was a war stamp cover. I can't find it. But anyways, this was another one that I got. I didn't have this one, so I was happy to add that one now. I paid $17 for that in shipping. I don't know if I showed this already, but just in case. But it is a War Loan cover. It says right here, boost the 5th War Loan drive, buy a war bond today. And then last but not least, now this book, I look at Super Comics from Dell all the time. I've never seen this issue for sale. I do have its companion piece, which I should show you first. So this book here is very scarce. It's early 4-color, number 18, my earliest actually. It's Junior Commando's first appearance. So, Little Orphan Annie's Junior Commandos. I've seen one other person have this book in the last year. So, the Junior Commandos aspect of it is very, very scarce. So I saw this book. I couldn't believe it. I never saw it before. Little Orphan Annie there. She's captured a Jap and a Nazi spy, and she has her Junior Commandos patch on her arm. She's letting Dick Tracy know he can take over now. Just a sick, cool cover. I don't even know why I say sick. But I paid less than $28 for that shipped. I'm very happy to add that to the collection. What do you guys think of that? I know, I'm into girls magazine comics and I'm into Little Orphan Annie. What the heck's going on with me? But I'm telling you, the Golden Age of comics is the coolest. It beats Marvel Silver Age by miles, in my opinion. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it wasn't too long. Merry Christmas to all you junkies. And check out my Christmas covers. I'm going to do that next. And then we'll see you in the new year. Yeah, it's going to be over, man. Oh, wait. Never mind. These are Christmas covers. They'll be in the next video.